What's up, YouTube? This is 2 Raw 4 TV. Alright, so before I get into this video, I want to give a shout out to another subscriber for showing love to the channel. Much respect to the brother Casey for showing love to the channel with the donation, $10 donation via the PayPal. Much respect to him. Long-time subscriber, many years. Long-time subscriber to the channel. I salute you. So, I saw a video from Uncut Hoops. I'm going to put a link to this video in the pinned comment in the comment section below. And he makes an excellent point about how many people who use the longevity argument when it comes to this fake debate between LeBron and MJ, right? That's going on again. It's an insufferable debate. But anyway, he talks about how a lot of people who use the longevity argument when it comes to LeBron versus MJ, when it benefits LeBron, they use a longevity argument, but they don't want to use the longevity argument across the board, only when it suits their agenda. And he brought up the fact that DeMar DeRozan of the Chicago Bulls is right now just 33 points away from passing Larry Bird in scoring. Now, Larry Bird, in his 13-year career, scored 21,791 points. Now, DeMar DeRozan, I think he's like in his 15th season, all right? So, DeMar DeRozan is going to pass Larry Bird in scoring, and he's going to do it in apparently, 500 fewer shots. But Uncut Hoops made an excellent point that really to determine who's a better player, you don't really go by longevity numbers, you go by peak numbers. And then he put up in the video I think it's like a 5-year peak window with DeMar DeRozan's best peak numbers and Larry Bird, and DeMar DeRozan gets blown out of the water by Larry Bird. DeMar DeRozan was a very good player, still is a very good player, but he's not Larry Joe Bird. So, just to further Uncut Hoops argument, I want to talk about a player's numbers for a second, right? I want to bring up a player's statistical accomplishments. This is a center right now that I'm naming that played in an NBA record 1,611 ball games. He scored 23,334 points. He corralled 14,715 rebounds, blocked 2,361 shots, scored 9,614 field goals in his career. Was a 9-time NBA All-Star. Shot nearly 54% from the field for his career. And he won 4 NBA championships. Now, you would think off the top of your head, well, this guy has to be a top 10 center. Maybe top 5. Wow. What a resume. Until you find out that that's Robert Parrish. Robert Parrish's numbers sound a lot better than what we usually rank him in, right? Why is that the case? Because he was blessed with extreme longevity. He played 21 seasons. The first player to play 21 seasons in the NBA. although Moses Malone played 21 pro seasons when you include the ABA. So Parrish played from 1976 to 1997. Came into the NBA the same year that the Portland Trailblazers won their first title. His first team was the Warriors. Then after the Warriors acquired Joe Barry Carroll, a.k.a. Joe Barely Cares, he was traded to the Celtics where he had his heyday. But then after his Celtic days, he had a little stint with the Charlotte Hornets. He was still a productive player. And finished his career off with the Chicago Bulls. Now, even in his peak, Parrish never averaged 20 points per game. And in his 21-year career, he only averaged more than 12 rebounds per game twice. And one of those seasons was only a 35-game season. So he was a really, really good player, but he's boosted by his longevity. Now, I'm not saying LeBron James is on that level, but LeBron's longevity boosts his numbers. It gives you the impression that he is a much, much better player than he actually is. And then when you couple in the fact that I'm not saying that the NBA is cheating for him, but he's able to do a lot of things other players can't do. I can't think of any other player who's allowed to stiff arm his competition. He's allowed to travel all over the court. I mean, if you look at that play where he had the biggest tantrum in the world last year against the Celtics, January 28th, 2023. When you look at that play, he did get fouled. But preceding the foul, you can argue that he should have got called for traveling. He took 4 steps, but no one talks about that. So anyway, had to end the video on that note. Tell me what you guys think. Because I think that Uncut Hoops has a great point about longevity. It has its place. It should be admired. But now you got a lot of guys like Nick Wright and others who are making it all about longevity stats. They're no longer arguing about championships because they can't argue that point anymore. So now they're shifting it to longevity stats. I have a question for you guys for in this video. Part of what makes Tom Brady the GOAT in so many people's eyes are the 7 Super Bowl titles. What if Tom Brady was 3-7 instead of 7-3? He still had all those numbers, so all those touchdowns and yardage, but he was only 3-7 in the Super Bowl, and some of them epic flameouts. Would you still see him as the GOAT? I don't think so. Just like how the Warriors, they won all those games that year, but they didn't get it done. So that team is disqualified. That team is disqualified from the rankings. That's just how I see it, at least. But tell me what you guys think.